three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. David Garman and Mike Smith on the front row. Michael Whiting, Kevin Reed on the second row. Cody Kennedy, Jeff Hinkle at the third row. AJ Gotze and Mark Nelson on the fourth row. Richie Joplin, Eric Stoy rounding out your top 10. Brandon Springer and Ty Dolman starting in 11th and 12th. Gerald Poole in 13th. DJ the Iceman Kenner in 14th. And Mark the Man Dantuma starting in 15th. All the drivers getting lined up on the grid. Good luck, Kevin. Good luck, Richie Joplin. Only 2 races left to go after tonight. Phoenix and Charlotte. Track temperature is up from where they practiced. A couple of degrees hotter, about 105 now. They practiced at 103. Not a dramatic difference, but considering the tire wear here, that right rear may get a little slippery on the long run. All the drivers rolling out on track. Two and a half miles around the triangle at Pocono. The tricky triangle is a challenge. 3 different radius turns, 3 different sets of banking. Most of the drivers I've talked to said they really want to get that tunnel turn right. It is the place where you can gain or lose the most time. Get it right, you get a great run down into turn 3 and carry more momentum through turn 3. Get it, and that momentum will help you out down the front straightaway. Get it wrong, well, you're in trouble. Pace truck getting ready to drop in on the front straightaway. Here we go.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
They are down and away at Pocono. Garmin and Reed up front. Jeff Hinkle looking a little bit high. They can go 3 and 4 wide through 1. Mid-pack, Eric Stoy tried to get the nose in 3 wide for a moment. AJ Gotze, defending champ and current points leader, there currently in 8th. Mark Nelson already up a couple of spots. A little bit of a checkup coming into the tunnel turn. Everybody makes it through fine. Cody Kennedy trying to attack on the bottom, but now in the middle, 3 wide into 3. Kennedy up top, Michael Whiting in the middle, Eric Stoy on the bottom. Everybody comes out of it okay. Cody Kennedy now to 4. Meanwhile, Jeff Hinkle has snuck his way up into third as Kevin Reed leads lap number 1. AJ Godsey fading a little bit in the early going, now back into ninth. Ty Dahlman up on the high side though, right there with him. Ty coming around Richie Joplin up top. Cody Kennedy trying to make a move on Hinkle up top. Michael Whiting had the fastest lap so far that time by. Kennedy now up into third, but Michael Whiting, who lost some ground early, back on the attack. Kevin Reed continues to lead with Gourmet in second. Cody Kennedy in third. Big push to Gorman as they head off into 3. Eric Stoy, who started in 10th, is now all the way up to 4th and moving forward as Kennedy looks under Gorman for second. This long front straightaway, they do set some extremely fast speeds, but then you got to get it turned into turn 1 and things can get a little bit spicy. Kennedy now to second. Gorman slides back in line at third. Eric Stoy, a big run so far, up into 4th. Also, AJ Godsey, with a little help from Dahlman, has now moved back up into 7th. And for the first time all season long, Mark Dantuma in that from the back challenge. He started in 15th. He is not advanced at all in the first 5 laps. That is a bit of a surprise. We'll have to watch, see if he starts making his way forward later on. Ty Dahlman up 4 spots now into 8. Kevin Reed, Cody Kennedy, David Gorman, your top 3. Eric Stoy has made his way to 4th and is closing in on that top 3. Michael Whiting on his bumper. Jeff Hinkle right there with them. AJ Godsey, Ty Dahlman, and Richie Joplin starting to reel them back in as well. Michael Whiting looked to the bottom to see if he could get a run on Stoy. Nothing there at the moment. Mike Smith back in 10th. The Mark Nelson in 11th. Brandon Springer, a little bit of blinking going on in 12th. Gerald Poole now in 13th. Dan Tuma now to 14th. Has gotten past the Iceman in 15th. Kevin Reed continuing to lead out front. Cody Kennedy, though, looking underneath out of turn 1. Cody Cody had some problems in the GT3 NSS race this morning in his BMW, back in a Chevy tonight, but losing some ground here. Could not complete the pass on Kevin Reed. Gourmet able to take advantage on the high side. Cody Kennedy is losing a lot of ground here. Now back and forth with Michael Whiting on the attack. Eric Stoy now to third. The top six all right there in a group. AJ Godsey back in seventh, about 1.4 seconds back. They have got some ground to make up there. The competition caution will come out lap 23, so they will not need a pit stop. Before that caution, we'll see everybody in for 4 tires and fuel. But they will need a pit stop during that second run. AJ's points lead in the playoffs tonight coming in was 8 points over second place Eric Stoy. Richie Joplin really needs a good run tonight to stay in the playoffs. Richie now coming by, taking 6th, and just shot by Jeff Hinkle. Hinkle is suddenly losing ground. Oh, Hinkle got the wall out of 3. Richie Joplin now up to 6th, Ty Dahlman in 7th. AJ lost a little ground in that commotion, dropping back to 8th. Meanwhile, David Garman has gone to the lead. Kevin Reed and Eric Stoy battling for 2nd. Kevin holds him off for the moment. Michael White and Cody Kennedy still right behind. Eric Stoy having an amazing run tonight. Started in 10th, all the way up to 3rd now and running down the top 2. Meanwhile, Garmin, who started on the pole, lost the lead on the first lap to Kevin Reed, now reclaims it. Stoy thought he had a run out of the tunnel turn, looked underneath, not enough yet. Kevin Reed starting to peak underneath Garmin. Now Stoy goes low. Michael Whiting on the front straightaway, got a good run out of 3, closing the gap. Eric Stoy dives underneath into turn 1, has the nose ahead as they come out. But Kevin Reed on the high side has the momentum advantage. Now Michael Whiting able to slide up on the high side to take 3rd. Richie Joplin back in 6th, trying to close the gap on the top 5. Richie about 2.4 seconds back and closing. Ty Dahlman in 6th, AJ in 7th, Mike Smith in 8th, Jeff Hinkle has drifted back to 9th. Watch for Hinkle to move forward on the long run. The king of tire saving knows how to get it done. Mark D'Antuma doing that from the back challenge we mentioned early on. 5 laps in, he was still in last. He is now up to 11th on the bumper of Hinkle. Michael Whiting now looking underneath. Eric Stoy looking up top, trying to move back toward the front. That high line seems to be the place to be here tonight at Pocono. Mark D'Antuma lost a little ground on Jeff Hinkle last time by. Mike Smith now up 4 spots into 8th. Looking closely at the back bumper of Ty Dahlman. Smith came into that 8th in points. He really needs a miracle to get it done to stay in the top 4 and stay in the playoffs. Smith now has the run underneath Dahlman. AJ tried to get a run underneath Richie Joplin through turn 3, wasn't able to get enough. And Brandon Springer has gone to pit road. This is an unscheduled stop. I don't see any damage to the car. It is easy to get that right side into the wall here at Pocono. And just a little bit of damage can make a dramatic difference here, especially with these long straightaways. As Kevin Reed back out front. Garmy has 2nd, Stoy in 3rd, Whiting in 4th. Cody Kennedy still lurking in 5th. Richie Joplin and AJ Godsey battling for 6th. Still trying to reel in that top 5. Looks like Dahlman may get into the mix. Mike Smith still unable to get past Dahlman at the moment. Springer is back off of pit road, but he was on pit road an extended amount of time. And Gerald Poole has lost a lot of ground as well. He is back to 14th. The Iceman in 13th. The Mark Nelson has dropped back to 12th. Nelson came into the night tied for 2nd in points. This could be catastrophic. They do have a competition caution coming in about 6 laps that will get everybody packed back up. These guys that are struggling will have to do something. Whoa, Garmy almost gets the wall there. Thanos now looking underneath the Iceman. Down into turn 3, that is the battle for 13th. Mark Nelson in 12th, trying to reel in Jeff Hinkle up in 11th. AJ Godsey has made the move up into 6th. Richie Joplin back in 7th, and AJ is reeling in Cody Kennedy in 5th. Cody has lost the lead draft. They are now 2 seconds ahead in the top 4. Eric Stoy now looking underneath Kevin Reed. He wants the lead. Kevin has the momentum out of turn 3, though. Holds Stoy off for the moment. So far, Kevin Reed has led the most laps. AJ Gotzi is now caught up to Cody Kennedy, looking underneath to take 5th place. With AJ's lead, he just needs to pull off a top 5 here. He will stay in the playoffs and, more importantly, continue his points lead. Tonight is the final elimination race. Then next week we'll go to Phoenix, followed by Charlotte to end the season. Can AJ go back-to-back championships? Eric Stoy still lurking right behind Kevin Reed. Has not been able to complete the pass for the lead. Now Whiting, as they head off into turn 3, Michael Whiting has a run for 2nd. Whiting getting a big push from Gourmet down the front straightaway. Garmin hopping back up to the high side. Michael Whiting unable to complete that pass for 2nd, now drops back to 4th. As we have seen most of the night, getting down to the bottom is almost a death sentence. You're going to lose several positions. Cody Kennedy still holding off AJ for 5th. Richie right behind in 6th. Ty Dahlman in 7th. Mark Dantuma now in 8th. Dantuma now in 9th. Jeff Hinkle in 10th. Dantuma so far the big... No, I take that back. Eric Stoy is battling for the lead. Stoy may take it this time. He is going to the lead. Stoy, the biggest mover of the night, started in 10th. Now has the lead. Garmin tried to make the move to the bottom, could not complete the pass. Now Whiting has a run up top. Kevin Reed staying in Eric Stoy's draft. Stoy trying to break the draft. Caution is out. This is the comp caution. Drivers will check up and wait for the pace cars. Eric Stoy leads at the caution. Started in 10th, up 9 spots. Eric Stoy came in tonight 2nd in points. Mark Nelson, who came in tonight tied for second in points, currently running back in 11th. One of the top contenders all season long appears to be struggling here tonight. Mark D'Antuma early in the run was struggling and could not advance his position, but about 10-12 laps in, started marching toward the front. Should see everybody in this time for 4 tires and fuel. I don't suspect anybody's going to try any fancy tricks. No 2-tire stops on pit road tonight. And here they come, led in by Eric Stoy. Everybody is headed to pit road. Brandon Springer will stay out, should get the wave around here. That will put Springer back on the lead lap as drivers hit their pit stalls. The race off pit road, it was very, very close at the line, but it looks like Stoy pulled it off. And let's see if we can get a word with our leader. Eric, that was a close jump off of pit road, but you come out with the lead, and man, what a run you've had so far.
Yeah, no, I didn't think I'd beat Kevin out there yet. Before that competition caution, I did kind of like a slide job on him, and I just wanted to be up front for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I didn't get much practice here. I'm just kind of playing along, riding along, and let's see what I can do here at the end.
It seems to be working for sure. You up 9 spots from your qualifying position. A great run so far. Can you hold everybody off to the win?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to try, but these tires, they wear off real quick. But being out here in clean air, it might help me.
Well, man, it's been a great run. You came through the field rather quickly and now have the lead. Hopefully you can hold on to it, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Eric Stoy has the lead. Kevin Reed in second. Garmy in third. AJ comes out in fourth. Cody Kennedy in fifth. Michael Whiting in sixth. Richie Joplin seventh. Dan Tuma now up to eighth. Mark Nelson in ninth. Ty Dolman in 10th. Lights are out there, getting ready to go back to green. Everybody getting stacked up. Brian Hewitt saying Cody Kennedy's got it. Well, he did finish second in the truck race here last night. Was looking fast in the first part of this race, but it did look like he might have overused the tires early on. We'll see if he can make them last a little bit longer here and make it to the win. Surprisingly, the field did not spread out at all. Everybody stayed pretty well packed up, while everybody within just a few seconds up till the caution. Last night in the trucks, they saw it go green from the caution. Will it again? Let's find out. Here we come. Green flag back in the air. Stoy launches it. Kevin Reed in second. AJ quickly moving up to third. Gourmets in fourth. Cody Kennedy in fifth. Michael Whiting sixth. Richie Joplin in seventh. They will have to make a fuel stop here in the second half of this race. Drivers saying they could go anywhere from 28 to 31 laps on a tank of fuel. Fuel strategy could be a huge, huge factor. Kevin Reed peeked underneath. Stoy is trying to break the draft. Have not seen that move this early in a run in a very, very long time. Stoy doing everything he can to give himself some breathing room. Cody Kennedy tried to go back on the attack, but that move to the bottom has been fatal for a lot of drivers here tonight. He's still looking as he gets underneath Whiting. Off into turn three, now Ty Dahlman up above him. Whoa! AJ Gotzi got a run. Stoy and AJ teammates. Was that a little bit of strategy playing it out? AJ, the points leader, now to second, moves Kevin Reed back to third, Michael Whiting in fourth, Gourmets in fifth. Ty Dahlman in sixth, Richie Joplin seventh, Mark Dantuma now up 7 spots into eighth. Cody Kennedy has drifted all the way back to ninth. He has got a lot of work to do. Mark Nelson back in the top 10, currently sitting in 10th place. With Stoy and AJ up front, these drivers in the playoffs have got to attack. AJ looks to the bottom. AJ down to the bottom through turn one. Does not have the momentum. Manages to slide up just ahead of Kevin Reed, then jumps back down as Reed has a big run. And will AJ get hung out to dry down on the bottom? Ty Dahlman starting to make some moves now up into the top 5. Gourmets looking underneath, and here comes Dantuma. Mark Nelson looked low for a minute, hop back to the high side, may have a run now up top. Comes by Dantuma, looks to the high side on Gorman. Cody Kennedy right behind. Eric Stoy held off AJ, continues to lead. AJ managed to slot back into third. Michael Whiting in fourth as Dahlman looking underneath. Richie on the high side. Richie Joplin may clear Dahlman through 3. Richie Joplin now to 5th. Dahlman to 6th. Garmy now in 7th. Mark Nelson has picked up a couple of spots. Now back up into 8th. Still has Cody with him. Brandon Springer back on the lead lap, but unable to hang with the lead pack. Gerald Poole tail into the lead pack in 14th. DJ the Iceman Kenner looking underneath Mike Smith. Garmin running a very high line through turn 3 there. Did allow him to get back by Cody Kennedy for the moment. Kennedy back down to the bottom, no help. AJ Gotze trying to attack again on the bottom, looking underneath Kevin Reed. Cleared Michael Whiting into 2nd, but did not have enough to reclaim the lead here. Eric Stoy has drifted back to 5th place as Dahlman on his bumper. Richie Joplin now up into 4th. This top 10 keeps getting shaken up every single lap. The only consistent thing has been Kevin Reed in the top 3 all night as Stoy shoots to the high side. Big run out of turn 1. Stoy looking high on Richie. Eric Stoy back to 4th. Dahlman to 5th. Garmin looked like he was going to shoot that gap between Dahlman and Joplin. Backed out of it. Cody Kennedy continuing to try and make that bottom line work. Mark Dantuma somehow is making it work where everybody else has failed with it. He goes past Mark Nelson. Dantuma back to 9th. DJ Kenner now 2 spots into 12th, right behind the tire-saving king, Jeff Hinkle, in 11th. Mark Nelson holds 10th. Kevin Reed has put a little breathing room between himself and AJ Gotze for the moment. Whiting now looks underneath AJ into turn 1. Through the tunnel turn, a lot of side-by-side through the tunnel turn. This car seems to handle it very well. A lot of times going through the tunnel turn side-by-side is an extremely dangerous proposition. 3 wide down the front straightaway, Cody Kennedy. Mark Nelson way, way low. And it did not help. Cody now to 9th. Mark Nelson drifts back to 11th. That bottom line is definitely not working tonight. Richie Joplin now looking to the bottom on Ty Dolman. And Richie loses a couple of spots on the bottom. Richie trying to fight with Gourmet. Meanwhile, Mark Dantuma up 8 spots now into 7th. And Michael Whiting trying to make that bottom line work. Comes by Hinkle. Looks underneath Dantuma. The top 3 on a little bit of a breakaway at the moment as everybody behind battles for position. Dolman now to 4th, Richie Joplin in 5th, Gourmet in 6th, Dantuma in 7th, Michael Whiting in 8th, Mark Nelson in 9th, Cody Kennedy back in 10th. The Iceman up to 11th. Gerald Thanos Poole in 12th, Mike Smith in 13th, and Hinkle back in 14th. Hey, good evening, Kyle. AJ has a look back underneath Kevin Reed for the lead. Can he get it done this time? AJ gets the lead. Kevin looks back underneath. Kevin's got a big run as they head off toward the tunnel turn. AJ managing to hold him off for the moment. He slides back up into 2nd. Wow, that got interesting. Stoy now looks underneath Reed for 2nd place, but cannot complete the pass. Reed still holding on to 2nd. Richie Joplin back in 4th, utilizing that little bit of a battle, has been able to close back in on the top 3. Kyle, where's Aaron at tonight? Garmin back in 5th, Dolman in 6th, Dantuma back in 7th, Whiting in 8th, Mark Nelson in 9th, Cody Kennedy in 10th. Gerald Poole has gone to pit road. He's on his way back out. And according to our fuel notes, Thanos can make it from here on fuel. Holy cow, AJ dropping all the way to the bottom, trying to break the draft. Stoy looks underneath Kevin Reed for 2nd. Reed has the momentum on the high side, and Richie Joplin has some momentum as well. Richie now to 3rd. Stoy slides into 4th. Well, yeah, I know what you mean, Kyle. We could all use some recharge time for sure. AJ Gotzi out front. Kevin Reed right there with him. Now Richie Joplin to 3rd. Stoy in 4th. Gourmet in 5th. Gourmet gets a run up top. Dantuma's now to 6th. Stoy tries to look underneath. Garmin, now Dantuma has a run underneath. Dan Tuma, one of the few drivers that we've seen be able to make a pass on the bottom tonight. Can't complete it that time. Ty Dolman is in for his stop. Michael Whiting, Mark Nelson, Cody Kennedy all battling it out. 7th, 8th, and 9th right behind the leaders. Whoa! Somebody, may have been Richie Joplin, looked like they may have kissed the wall. Richie now makes a move to the bottom. Does he have enough to take second place from Kevin Reed? He's got a big run, but Reed fights back up top. Stoy is headed to pit road. Richie can't complete the pass. While they're battling, AJ gives himself a little bit of breathing room on Kevin Reed. Michael Whiting at 6, Mark Nelson 7th, Cody Kennedy in 8th. Finally gets single file to see if they can run down that top lead pack. Mark Dantuma now right there with the leaders. Has managed to come from 15th to 5th. AJ Godsey gives up the lead. He is in. Michael Whiting is in. DJ is in. Jeff Hinkle is in. Mike Smith is in. Brandon Springer is in. Kevin Reed has reclaimed the lead, but Richie Joplin is looking low. Into the tunnel turn. Can Richie complete the pass for the lead this time? Kevin has the momentum advantage up top. Whoa, it's getting close as Kevin tries to defend his lead. But Richie finally clears out of turn 1. Richie Joplin to the lead for the first time. Kevin Reed now to second. Gourmets in third. Dan Tuma in fourth. Mark Nelson now up to fifth. Cody Kennedy in sixth. The top 6 still need to complete their stops. And oh, they got close. Richie Joplin is in, Kevin Reed. Gorman is in, Dan Tuma, Nelson, Kennedy, all on pit road. Eric Stoy is the first car who has completed his pit stop. Headed down toward turn 3. Out of turn 3, he may reclaim the lead here. Dan Tuma on his way out. Richie on his way out. But Stoy has gone to the lead. Dolman currently in second. Thanos now to third. That short pit strategy may have paid off for Gerald. AJ Gotze in fourth, Garmin in fifth with Dan Tuma and Richie Joplin right there. Cody Kennedy not far behind as Mark Nelson in ninth. Mike Smith back in 10th with Jeff Hinkle in 11th. Brandon Springer in 12th, and Kevin Reed had a problem on pit road. Looks like a speeding penalty. Reed needs a caution in a big way now with 23 to go. Michael Whiting is out of the race. Eric Stoy out front by 1.5 seconds over Dolman. Gerald Poole now in third. AJ Gotze in fourth is reeling in Thanos. David Garmin back in fifth as Dan Tuma and Joplin right there with him. Those three are reeling in the top four at the moment. Kevin Reed now to 13th. It looks like the Iceman had a problem on pit road as well. Jeff Hinkle and Mike Smith nose to tail, 5 seconds back from Mark Nelson. This is definitely going to shake up the four drivers that go into the final two races and battle for the title. Ty Dolman in second, losing ground to Stoy. AJ in third now. Gerald in fourth, right there with them. But Garmin, Dan Tuma, and Joplin have caught him. Dan Tuma now scored in fifth. Richie Joplin in sixth. Carney in fourth, right behind AJ. Gerald Poole, who was the first driver on pit road, is losing ground. The tire wear already starting to show. Eric Stoy's lead starting to shrink just a little bit. Ty Dolman closing the gap now to 1.4 seconds. He knows he's got to pick it up because AJ Gotze and crew are coming. Gerald Poole has gone back to pit road. Garmin came into tonight fourth in points, right there on the bubble. He is perfectly positioned to survive the elimination here tonight. Whiting officially will be eliminated. He is out of the race already. Richie Joplin still keeping his playoff hopes alive here, but he has to beat Gorman. Meanwhile, points leader AJ Gotze, also the defending champ, runs in third and came in tonight with a big points lead. Eric Stoy's lead has expanded just a little bit, now 1.5 seconds. Ty Dahlman has been run down. AJ is back to his bumper. This 5-car pack liable to run down the leader quickly. Cody Kennedy now in 7th, bringing Mark Nelson closer. They are 1.6 seconds behind that lead pack. Garmy down on the bottom, looks like he is fading to the back part of that lead pack. As they get a huge run past Dahlman. They had being packed up, they had a lot more speed as they came by, easily overtaking Dahlman. AJ now to 2nd. And running down the leader, now the gap 1.3 seconds. Dan Tuma peeking out as they go off into 1. Dan Tuma, one of the few drivers that has been able to make a pass on the bottom, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to complete it this time. Richie Joplin now looking low underneath AJ Gotze. Dan Tuma has the run. Will Richie go with him? Garmy's going to go with him. Richie is with him. They've got 3 cars down to the bottom. Will it be enough to push past AJ? Out of turn 1, Dan Tuma clears into 2nd. Impressive pass. We have not seen many drivers make a move on the bottom and make it stick tonight. Dan Tuma now in 2nd place, 0.8 of a second behind Stoy and gaining quickly. While they were battling, Cody Kennedy and Mark Nelson managed to reel in the lead pack. Mark Nelson currently sitting back in 8th. Richie Joplin now peaks low on AJ out of the tunnel turn. Cody Kennedy comes with him. Will it be enough? No, Cody jumps back up in line. Mark Nelson now looks underneath Ty Dolman. Off into turn one. Nelson's going to clear Dolman. Mark now to 7th place. But Dolman gets a run out of 1 and may take the spot back. And Mark Dantuma has caught the leader. And he's brought a lot of friends with him. Dantuma looking low. Richie Joplin along to help. Not gonna be it might be. Dantuma, as we mentioned, one of the few that has been able to make a pass on the bottom work. He's got help from Richie Joplin. Now Mark Nelson looking low. Mark Dantuma is going to clear out of 2. He takes the lead. Gourmet way wide through turn 3. Eric Stoy peeked down on the front straightaway, thought about it, 10 to go. Eight cars in the lead pack, any one of them still in this to win. Any one of them could pull it off here. Cody Kennedy and Mark Nelson battling for 7th place. And now Richie Joplin on the attack for 2nd. Richie has a run on Stoy as they head toward turn 1. And quickly and easily clears. Oh! Eric Stoy gets into Joplin. He gets straightened out. AJ finds him. Gorman gets in it. Caution. The first caution of the night with 9 to go. Looking down from the blimp, Richie has that big run, takes the spot, loses some momentum. Stoy just gets underneath into his quarter panel, almost saves it, but a hard hit. Richie likely to go into pit road, get that car fixed, and make another shot at it. Now the question is how many go in for fresh tires? This may come down to who pits for tires. If Dan Tuma goes in and everybody else stays out, he'll have a decent chance to run up through on fresh tires. But if he stays out and everybody else goes in, he'll just be run through. And it looks like Dan Tuma is coming in. Everybody's coming. Everybody but Brandon Springer is staying out. And Gerald Thanos Poole is staying out. Thanos got fresh tires about 10 laps ago. Springer last pitted on lap 44. Let's see if we can get a word with Brandon Springer. Brandon, you're staying out on old tires. You got enough peanut butter to keep the grip in them?
I don't think so. I know for a set because I wrecked, so I used all my sets. Hinkle told me, I was like, I'll just sit in the pits and start in the back, but Hinkle's like, just do it, see what happens. So this is all Hinkle's idea, so.
Well, hopefully you got a little something to hold them off because you've got a crowd of fresh tires coming for you.
No, this is gonna be nuts, but he's like, do it, see what happens. I was like, all right, I don't have no tires. This is all I got because I wrecked and I used them.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully you can make it work and hold on for at least the top 5 here.
We'll find out. It's definitely going to be interesting.
It definitely is, man. Good luck and keep an eye on your mirror on the restart.
Thanks.
Brandon Springer, Gerald Poole, both in for a wild ride here in a moment. Richie Joplin is still on pit road. And it looks like Richie may have just retired. Something may have happened, as it looks like Gerald Poole did go back to pit road at the last minute. Brandon Springer on old tires out front, definitely going to help Mark Dan Tuma. That inside line will have to fight their way around the old tires of Brandon Springer. This restart is going to get a bit wild. Yeah, Richie, it even got the replay, buddy. That was definitely a rough ending to your night, man. And Gerald Poole is still on pit road, so he will not be in contention. Pace truck is in. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Springer tries to fire. They cross the start-finish line. Dan Tuma's got to run up top. Garmin has nowhere to go at the moment. Now Garmin clears. Gourmet to the high side, Dan Tuma with them. They are all going to come by Springer up top. Garmin has the lead with 5 to go. Dan Tuma, Dolman, AJ Gotzi, and Mark Nelson, your top 5, but things are heating up mid-pack. Four laps to go. Can Garmin hold on? AJ now looking underneath Dolman for third. Can't complete the pass. Mark Nelson back up into the top 5. Just needs to hold on to it. Eric Stoy right behind him in 6th. Kevin Reed, who has led the most laps here tonight, way back in 10th. Dan Tuma has a run under Garmin. He's got the nose in. Out of turn 3, they are even. Garmin gets a big push from Dolman, and then a checkup. Wow, that got close for AJ Gotzi. Gotzi and Stoy nose to tail at the moment. Mike Smith on the bottom trying to fight his way into the top 4 against Mark Nelson. Down the front straightaway, Gorman will get 2 to go this time. And Dan Tuma to the bottom into 1. He has got the lead. Garmin all over the bumper. Literally pushing him down the straightaway. AJ Gotzi has a run on the bottom. A little contact between AJ and Dolman through the tunnel turn. AJ now to third. White flag is in the air one more time around for Mark Dan Tuma. Can he hold him off for the win here tonight? Looking for his second win of the season and his second time to win from the back. AJ Gotzi and Eric Stoy battling with Ty Dolman back behind. Mark Nelson in the mix. Into turn 3, Dan Tuma still out front, protects the inside. And down the straightaway, nobody can touch him. Dan Tuma wins at Pocono. David Gorman coming home in second. AJ pulls off third. What a close finish. First and second separated by 5/100ths of a second. Let's talk to our top 3. AJ, that was one heck of a battle all night long, man.
What was that, Doug?
I said that was one heck of a battle all night long, buddy.
Yeah, it was tough. Like always, these bigger tracks you can't really pass on the bottom, so it's just tough.
It definitely looked like when you needed to, you could find space and make a run up top, though. And, man, you came through the field a couple of times.
Yeah, I was just sitting back trying to save tires, in the long runs, but then we got that late caution, so you had to get up on the wheel. And top line's definitely the place to be. Just wish there's a little more grip on the bottom.
Well, man, a great job continuing to extend that points lead, going in the final 2 races. On your way to a back-to-back title. A great season so far, buddy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Doug.
AJ comes home third. Garmy in second. Garmin, 5/100ths of a second was the difference at the line. That was one heck of a run out of 3.
I know, right? I just couldn't find another 5-6 horsepower.
Well, it's a Ford. What'd you expect?
Nah, can't complain. I needed the points more than I needed the win, so.
Well, you definitely got them tonight, man. That was one heck of a run tonight. You were back and forth quite a bit throughout the night, but you managed to make it up to the front when it counted.
Yeah, that was just tire conserving. Throughout the race, I would go backwards just because there's no point racing that hard, that many laps to go, and then we got that lost caution, and we all took tires, and I was like, well, I'm going to loosen the force feedback, and I'm going to qualify this crap for 3 laps and see what happens, and that's what happened. So, props to Mark. He ran pretty good, real clean. I can't be upset about that. That was a lot of fun. So, hopefully I think that's enough to move me on to the final 4, and then we're off to Phoenix next week that I absolutely hate. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, man, great job tonight, and good luck next week, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
And finally, Mark the Man Dan Tuma coming home with the win. Mark, from the back, your second win of the season. That was awesome.
Yeah, at a track that, quite frankly, I hate. But
You and me both.
Yeah, this is just not a fun track to race, but the circumstances worked out just fine. I loved racing with Garmy there. He's awesome. So.
Well, man, you had one heck of a run. Early on, it didn't look like you had anything for him tonight. It was like 5, 6, 7 laps before you even made a pass.
Yeah, I was trying to be conservative and just save the tires. And after that first stint, I pushed it a little bit harder and even saved a little too much during that middle stint. And then the last one, I went for it.
Well, it definitely paid off. Your second win of the season and an awesome performance, coming up 14 spots to win. Great job tonight, Mark. Congrats.
All right, thank you, Doug.
Mark D'Antuma wins it from the back. But, folks, don't forget, tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern, Jones BS Racing is back. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. A lot of great content coming out. We'll be releasing a lot of YouTube shorts over the next few days. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Have a great night, everybody.